All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by Soul to talk about Love Island USA. We got to talk about this big mess, Soul. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm glad to be back home. It is a bittersweet feeling for sure, but yeah, I'm not upset.
Well, the drama really only started to pick up when it felt like you entered the villa. And I know there's been a lot of talk about these couples being so closed off and you not really feeling like you had a chance. Watching what's going on in Casa now, are you kind of like, maybe that was a better time to come into the villa?
Yeah, I also I don't know. I kind of wish they did bring me back for Casa, but I don't know. Everything does happen for a reason. I don't know if that was a better time to go. Maybe just since they didn't have the girls watching them forming a connection, so it was probably easier to just get to know someone one on one and kind of just be in the moment without the other girls being there. So I don't know. I don't know if it would have been better or worse. I haven't been watching Costa so far. I only watched the first episode, so I don't even know what's going on, honestly.
Yeah. Do you feel like watching the rest of the season is going to be hard for you?
Not hard for me, but also just feel like my time's up there. So I'm like, okay.
Thinking
I'm
back
back in the real world.
Yeah, exactly. But now thinking back to the love triangle you guys had going on with Sincere and Melanie, seeing those clips back and kind of seeing him, like what he would say to Melanie and then what he would say to you, has that given you any more clarity on what was going on? Like, were you and Melanie kind of exchanging notes in the villa at all, or no?
No, but we did obviously have conversations, but we didn't really talk too much about Sincere than majority of what they've shown. Um, we just kind of kept it cordial with each other. So, but it does give a good amount of clarity because I didn't really know what was being said, but I don't know. I feel like he may have been a little bit more honest with her than he was with me. But even then, we still both got lied to. So
yes. As a viewer, we were like, well, he's lying to both of them.
No, 100%. He was playing both sides. So
yeah, he thought he was being very honest. He wasn't at all, which was quite confusing to watch.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, the guys chose you to be sent home. And I mean, earlier on, we also saw, the pie challenge, that you were offended that you were getting pied. All of that coming together. How does that feel for you emotionally leaving with the rest of this cast? Like, do you see yourself talking to them after? Are you kind of like, these people are not my vibe?
I don't really know. I felt like I did feel a certain type of way in the villa, and maybe if I came in a different time, maybe circumstances would have been different, but I also don't excuse some of the behavior. So I don't know. I couldn't really say 100% yes or no. I know they're all nice and lovely in their own ways, and I just wish I got to get closer with all of them. And I don't know. It was unfortunate that it wasn't able to happen that way.
Knowing what you know now, is there anything you wish you said to Sincere leaving the villa in those final chats? Because from me watching, I thought she would have every right to absolutely blow up on this guy right now. And I thought you kept it pretty tame in terms of letting him have it.
Yeah. I feel like there's always a way to conduct yourself. Sometimes yelling isn't the best source. So I didn't want to raise my voice. I just kind of wanted to cut to the chase. This is how I feel. There's nothing that you can really say to reprimand this or so it was just kind of you did what you did. You shit in your bed, lay in it. I was I don't know. I kind of got everything off my chest as cutesy as I probably could. So I was trying to keep it. I don't know. If I was outside the villa, maybe things would have went different on how I would have said that to an average person I'm talking to. But again, I felt like I got my point across, most definitely.
In those moments when he was calling you beloved, and these nicknames that we were kind of this feels a lot. Did it feel fast for you guys, or was it, I know this, I'm about to say it, like, or did it really feel sincere?
um, it honestly did, because the few like times that we've talked, I felt like he always was just like super reassuring, and like I know how fast like feelings move in the villa, and sometimes like people just kind of do that the same way like Amaya calls people babe. It's just kind of in like her culture. I felt like sometimes that's just like how people will just roll through life, you know? Like even when I go to the coffee shop, I'm like, hi love, you know, she's like, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it probably maybe it was too soon. I also wasn't reading too much into it. I feel like they were like terms of endearment at the time. Obviously seeing how things played out, I'm like, I don't know, you're saying this to everyone. I'm like, there's no like, I don't know. It was kind of interesting. So
Yeah. Coming back into the real world, obviously you're cut off from the world. You have no internet, no social media, and now you're seeing the reaction. How is that playing differently for you on how you want to go about talking about things? Because everybody has an opinion on what they're watching.
What I say, I most definitely do think before I say. Obviously, everyone can work on like deliverance. I can say that I can too. I feel like that's a big part. I just feel like everyone is going to try to twist someone's type of words for doing something or saying something, or like my experience, and you can't tell me that wasn't my experience, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Ultimately, you were there. You know what happened. It's your experience. So you're going to be able to talk about it best.
Right. So I don't know. I'm just trying to keep it like respectful. Maybe there's obviously, again, some things that don't need to be addressed, or maybe addressed just in like a different way. So that's just like the main thing I kind of took away from that, was just kind of being clear with like what points you want to make and not over saying, but also not understaying.
Fans have definitely jumped onto a couple things that you said during After Sun. One of them being the comment about Bryce and thinking, you know, maybe Kata was more attractive than Trinity, or having those feelings. Do you stand by that statement? Have you watched any more of how Bryce and Trinity have been?
Yeah, 100%. I don't stand by it. I think the only honest reason I said that was because Bryce fooled Kata like multiple times and got denied. And it was like, okay, well, you were in a thing with Trinity. If you were 100% happy, like you wouldn't continuously keep going after Kata. That was my point. I most definitely could have worded it better, so I take fault on that. And also, I've been even seeing like they're both crying for Casa and War at each other. Hey, I was wrong. I mean, like, obviously they have developed the feelings of connections. I'm also not going to say that he didn't pull Kata multiple times and get rejected. That was just like me looking from the outside, like in, and I'm just like, I don't know, why would you keep doing that if you were 100% happy? But obviously, as days go by, you do form like these deep connections. You only have each other. You're sleeping with each other. They're making you breakfast. It's like you're like married low key, and it's kind of such an interesting dynamic, and people do like gain feelings really fast. So like I'm happy for them, honestly. I have nothing negative to say. I'm glad I was wrong. I'm glad they're crying for each other, because I think they're so like uniquely cute, and I love that. So it's like, I don't know, I'm happy for them at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're watching these connections be made, and now that you're outside the villa and watching yourself, I know you've been jumping on social media. There's like lives and things like that. You also said that you have talked to Beatrice and you guys are locked and loaded for the reunion. Can you give us any clue into what you two have been talking about?
I just feel like in the villa I did bite my tongue a lot. So um everything's obviously being aired in film. You're not trying to have these big blow ups, or like not trying to say anything, or not try to feed into any narrative. So I just try to keep it really cordial. And I didn't really tell all the girls how I was feeling like most of the time, even though I'm sure they could probably understand or like see where I was feeling and what environment kind of created for me. But not even in like a shady way, just kind of like, y'all didn't make my experience good on there, and I want to like kind of let you guys know that.
Yeah.
So that's like where that's coming from.
Do you think that, I mean, the show is so mega popular now, and everyone talks about it. It's every little thing is dissected on social media. Do you feel like inside the villa, maybe some of the Islanders hold back on certain things? Maybe they don't say how they're truly feeling or move in certain ways because they're thinking about what America is thinking about them?
1,000%. I 1,000% think that. And it was crazy because, like, although those thoughts came to my mind too, I'm always going to be myself. And if I want to cuss you out at that time, that's what I'm going to do. If I don't, if I want to keep it cute, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to, like, I do feel like some people were kind of just, like, overly aware that it was being filmed, and it kind of lacks that authenticity, like, within, like, some of the Islander people, in my opinion. Because, I don't know, who knows what everyone's agenda is there for at the end of the day, so...
Yeah, that is true. We saw you talk about this very briefly. Obviously, people went crazy over how gorgeous you are, your beautiful, stunning pictures on Instagram. Everyone was scrolling back and they saw Michael B. Jordan liked your post. But that happened pre Love Island, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so that's like a big flex.
I was like, I've been pulling people before Love Island now.
Yeah, because I think people were like, oh my God, Michael B. Jordan is clocking into this season. You're like, no, he was there before.
No, yeah. I probably popped up on his, like, Explore page, but it also didn't go anywhere. He liked a couple photos, and then, like, we both didn't say anything to each other.
Yeah,
so it was
right.
kind of like, okay.
Hey, the opening's there, though,
Yeah.
it seems.
I'm like, say something if you want to say something.
And now and sometimes that happens. You just want to, like, hold on to the like. You don't want to. You're like, you know what? The like is great. I'll take the like.
Yeah.
Right. No, literally. I'm like, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Did casting reach out to you for coming onto Love Island, or is it something you applied for? How did you end up on the show?
Casting did find me on Instagram. Yeah, they reached out to me a couple months before the show, and yeah, it was.
Yeah.
She was like, "Are you single?" I was like, "Yeah, unfortunately."
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan sent over your pictures and was like, you guys got to cast Soul.
Yeah. Well, you know, I do wish that the timing of the bombshells worked out better for you. It felt like the villa it was stagnant when it came to people coming in for a little while. And then, you know, with Casa now, of course, we were like, wow, they're tossing a lot of guys at one time. So I feel like timing is everything. It could have been a different journey. But now that you're watching, are there any couples that you're rooting for, or any couples that you think could, you know, make it out of the villa and into the real world?
I'm honestly rooting for Trinity and Bryce. I feel like Trinity, if anything, I feel like she deserves that 100K. So I hope that she wins it. I feel like they're, like, the main people I'm honestly, like, rooting for. I feel like Zach and, like, Kata have been together for a minute, but I also love seeing, like, Trinity and Bryce's slow burn, because it was, like, most definitely was for them. So I think it's, like, nice to see how far they came.
Yeah. Were you surprised at all by how those guys were moving that first night in Casa when all the ladies came out?
I wasn't surprised, just because they have the leeway to act however they want without being watched. And, they didn't know they were being watched by them, right? So that was, that's a whole nother, like, premise of that. But as we've seen, a lot of people say one thing or do one thing and then downplay it. So it's kind of like, I feel like they probably had that in mind of, like, we're going to go crazy in Casa, but not thinking that it's going to be, like, shown back maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
It's going to be shown eventually.
Like maybe
it's
they
on
thought
TV eventually.
No, I know, right?
Not to worry about movie night. They'd be like, "This is a movie night problem."
Right. This is a later issue.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm glad everyone's open though. Like, I feel like that's just the whole premise. Like, if you do like someone enough to be with them, like, test your connection. So yeah, but I don't know. I hope everyone kind of does find someone that wasn't, like, the person they were sold on 100% in the beginning. I hope Casa brought some people where they're like, this is like my person.
The last thing I want to ask you, is we have to wrap up, is are there any other shows that you would have your eye on? What do you think the next moves for Soul are now that you're outside of the villa?
I would love to start, like, hosting. I am interested in doing more, like, shows, maybe more, like, theatrical than, like, reality.
Cool.
We'll see. I'm not opposed to reality. I honestly love getting a chance to kind of just, like, be myself and have the world love me for just being me, because I just own you, you know? So, doing that, honestly, doing like a lot of beauty and fashion is like on my next steps and like agenda.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like later on, I'm hoping that I can do like a bikini thing and kind of have my own like bikini line or like my own perfume.
You would crush it.
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
something for bigger
Absolutely.
chested women,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
still make
Yeah.
it cute.
Amazing. Well, we really enjoyed watching your time in the villa despite it being cut short. Thank you so much for jumping on here and talking with us. It was so nice to meet you.
Thank you so much, Soul.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
It was good
Soul.
meeting you guys too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.